The new DJI style of controller that's been seen with the Mini 2 and Air 2S is a chunky monkey, and in a couple of my recent videos there have been some questions raised by viewers about how to get by a couple of issues. The next couple of videos we're going to be taking a look at those and giving you my solutions for them. Today we're going to be talking about lanyards. Hey everyone, my name is Sean and welcome to Geeksvana. Today we're going to be taking a look at these couple of little products here, which are both lanyards. Now these will both work with the new style DJI Air 2S Mini 2 style chunkier controller here, and I'll be showing you how they connect and also giving you my opinion as far as which one I would personally recommend. Now, as usual, there are no affiliate links, so you can find both of these products in the usual places on eBay and Amazon. Let me know in the comments below if you've used either of these style of lanyards before, or if you use something else, let me know what that is. Okay, so let's get into it and unbox these two lanyards. So first of all, we have this one here, which I have to say is well packaged from the point of view that it's not wasting much packaging, which is good. It's just in a little see-through bag here. Let's open it up. Now this one I believe is actually 3D printed. I purchased it like I did with this other one from Amazon.com. So it's freely available. And the first impressions is that obviously you've got a nice chunky piece of printing here, piece of plastic. You can see the printing lines. It's certainly a 3D printed product, but looks very good quality. A decent looking ring there. The fabric itself is okay. It's not the best I've seen, but again, you can obviously get replacements for these. In terms of how this specific product attaches, you pull up your antenna here of the remote controller and you simply pop it into it like that. And it obviously allows you to put your phone above it like that as well. So yeah, I mean, this one, it to me seems fairly simple. It's certainly going to stay in there. There's no kind of wiggle room or anything else like that. It's also not blocking my use of the screen at all. I can still put my thumbs anywhere I want on the screen, and can still access all buttons, everything else like that. So it's impressive from that point of view, certainly. Let's have a go at putting it on. I do have a big head. I am a big guy. Putting it over my head, it feels small. And I feel like this is very much in my face in terms of a flying position. But in actual fact, when I let go of it, where it's actually hanging is about where I would want something to be hanging from. Again, you can obviously gain a longer one of these if you prefer this particular connector. One thing I do like is that it has the quick release mechanism there. That to me seems like and feels like a fairly natural place to be flying. There's certainly not any other give in the cable as such. It doesn't seem to be adjustable in any way, shape or form. So you kind of have to live with what you've got there. And as you can see there, the length coming from my rather large neck. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's move on to the second one, shall we? So with this one, simple white box. Again, this one has been gained from Amazon, but I have seen this particular product in several places, including eBay. Okay, let's move that box out of the way. So again, you have the plastic. This one looks to be a molded plastic item there, which again looks very, very simple, very robust again, very good quality. Both of the connectors seem very good quality indeed. This one seems to have spent a little bit more money in terms of the actual fabric of the lanyard itself, and it's also fully adjustable. Obviously, this particular one is branded as Skyreat, as you can see there, which again is one of the sort of Chinese brands that you will find make many of these products that are very similar on Amazon, if that makes sense. And this one actually enters pretty much very, there's a ridge here, as you can see on the front of this. There's a little sort of ridge area, and that pops down on the very, very front of the controller and rests there basically. So it's a little bit more in the way when you're putting the controller away. So I would be concerned in terms of kits and bags which are designed to fit the controller in completely flush, as it's not wanting to come down. In terms of the other lanyard, that one does pretty much come down into almost precisely where you would expect it to be. So that's interesting. Back to the second Skyreat lanyard, and there is a little clip here for you to be able to attach it onto, which again is very much, this is very much what you would expect on a lanyard type of fabric and adjusters, etc. Now, it is worth noting that this one with the cheaper fabric and connector, this was actually half the price at something around £6. So again, to me, this does feel a little bit more quality, a little bit more secure. Let's pop it over the head and see how that feels. So again, it's similar to before, that it's very much in my face a little bit, but the advantage here, of course, is that I am able to adjust the length by quite some amount. I mean, that is going off camera and getting quite a bit bigger, as you can see. I'm still not at the full extent, but you can see there, whereas the other one was only coming to about here, this is really starting to be a much better feel to it, frankly. So in terms of build quality, both of these products feel very similar. Clearly the 3D printed one looks and feels 3D printed, so that's a given. The lanyard cable is not the best, I have to say. This really it isn't disappointing, because I only paid £6 for this particular product, but I think they could charge more and be able to attach something better to this personally. Although this particular one, this first lanyard that we unboxed, gets a lot more brownie points from the point of view that you're able to close the controller properly. So that should be able to fit within the custom cut cases, especially for the A2S. The second one from Skyreat, okay, yeah, as I say again, can't say it's enough, this did cost twice as much at £12. But for £12, I'm happy to pay that extra to have a detachable metal clip here, which is very sturdy. I struggle to get it off. As I say, one of the things that concerns me slightly is that it doesn't go down as much, so you might have some problems in terms of actually getting that to fit within the custom cut cases. But you know, it isn't exactly too much difficulty just to take it off completely and store it with the clip still attached elsewhere. So I would say this second one, the Skyreat one, you can find it produced by several other manufacturers as well that all seem to have the same picture of the lanyard with their own brand on there. I would say this is probably the better of the two. However, hats off to the producers of this particular one here, which is obviously a 3D printed product. The build quality on this particular unit is very good, even with that, with the antennas up. It really does want to stay there, which is fantastic. So those are my thoughts on these two particular lanyard attachments for the DJI Mini 2 and Air 2S style controllers. It's likely we're going to see more of these controllers in other DJI release models coming down the line. So I think it's an interesting process to have gone through. Let me know in the comments below if you already use either of these products, if you've made something yourself, if you use something completely different. Perhaps you put one of the old style Mavic tablet holders in there, which has the little hook attachment. Let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to know what people are using. As I said at the start, we've made this particular video because we've had a lot of questions from users, particularly of the Mini 2, in terms of how to attach lanyards and whether or not I had any products that I use or would recommend. In our next review video, we're going to be looking at a couple of stick extenders, which again are very affordable accessories for your Air 2S or Mini 2. And these will hopefully give you more control of the drone to capture those cinematic flights without getting too much of a jerky reaction, which again you can achieve through the settings, but this gives you that extra piece of adjustable control for you. If you're one of the awesome people still watching this video now, please hit that like button to wake up the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in the next video. Sean out.